Good evening, welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. I'm going to apologize out front for any audio issues. My headset broke last week, and I forgot to replace it this week until this evening after all the shops were closed. I realized I still have a broken headset. So I will be using the built-in laptop microphone today, so I apologize for that. Now, picking up where we left off. Yeah, we're short a few players today, so I'll be DMPCing a few of the guys. But when we left off, we had Jasper heading down into the cellar of the farmhouse after discovering the trap door. And Diggory was on the ladder, kind of above him, climbing down as well. We had Valdison outside the farmhouse, kind of walking a perimeter around it. And Albin and Francis were both standing kind of at the door with the door open, kind of peering out, looking for any trouble as the farmhouse was kind of smoldering away. In fact, here, let's do this. I can make this even bigger actually for you so you can see it better. We can remove that one. Move. Does that look any better? Oops. Ah, you need to see my ugly face. So you can see. Whatever. You can kind of see with the farmhouse. The farmhouse over there is all, smoldering now and burning away.
The barn, you mean?
Yeah, the barn. Sorry, you're in the farmhouse. That would be bad. So the farmhouse is not burning. The barn is. And as you were climbing down the 10-foot ladder down into the cellar, Jasper,
yep.
You heard a shout and turned to look, and you saw 4 guys rushing towards you from the corner.
I did.
Of the cellar, from the dark corner. They all 4 are armed with swords. And 1 second here, let me go check. I don't think any of them have armor. Boom, 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 boom. No, one of them is wearing leather armor.
Okay. And the rest are just wearing regular clothes?
The others are just in, clothing. Well, you would notice that 2 of them look familiar to you. You saw them in the barn. They're the zombies. But now, as you're seeing them closer up and torchlight as they're about to attack you, you realize they just have themselves covered with flour and dirt.
Covered with what?
Flour and dirt.
Oh.
Make themselves look pale and dead. So yeah, they must have been just trying to scare you in the barn. But somehow they got from the barn to here, which is curious. Roll a d6 for me, Merrick, and tell me what you roll.
All right. That's a 5.
A 5. So you are not surprised. Okay. So you may act this round.
Excellent.
So you said you were going to leap down off of the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And do what?
I'm going to ready myself, and let's see here.
Shield up, sword out.
I'm going to fight defensively for a little bit at first.
Okay. Well, let's roll initiative to see if you actually pull them or not.
Okay. What's that now?
1d6.
Okay.
Plus or minus your dex modifier.
That's a 2.
That's okay. I rolled a 1.
All right. So
you're going to be okay, I think. And I'll roll for Diggory as well. Nice. Diggory's going to go first. He's on 5. Diggory sees 4 guys charging out, and he quickly climbs back up the ladder and climbs up onto the ground floor, leaving the trapdoor open.
Okay.
And then it's your turn.
All right. Well, so I have my shield readied, and I take a short step forward and slash at the first guy in front of me.
Cool. Go for it.
All right. So that's fighting defensively, so that's a -4 attack bonus, right?
It is a -4 attack bonus. You get a +2 to your armor class.
Excellent.
And you also drew your weapon this round as well, so it's another -2. So you're actually a -6 attack bonus.
Oh, okay. Well, then I miss because I rolled a 3.
Okay. So you miss. You get your shield up and you're fighting defensively. What does that make your armor class then?
That makes it a 19.
+2, 19. Okay. Okay.
Versus melee.
So 3 of these guys, the 3 guys in normal clothes, kind of wrap around you. So you're right there in front of the ladder, and they're kind of blocking you. The other guy is staying back. He's still got his sword drawn. But the other 3 guys, I have a hell of a time hitting a 19. They all 3, they attack, but you're blocking easily with your shield, parrying with your sword. The 3 of them, none of them can penetrate, get through to you.
All right.
Then you see a door open up in the wall, straight across from the ladder. Right? So that's like the south wall. And you see a man come through it, and he kind of closes the door behind him. And you hear a cry of a child from that room briefly as that door closes behind him.
All right.
And then the child continues crying, but it's muffled by the sound of the now closed hidden door, secret door, if you will. And there are now 5 guys in the room.
All right.
Diggory calls out back towards the front of the house. It's an ambush. We got trouble in the cellar. And he'll ready himself for the next round. And then as that all happens, we can go to the next round. Everybody roll initiative, including yourself, Austin. Sorry, names. Francis. And of course you too, Marius. All right, we'll start up at the top. So on 6s, anybody else get a 6?
Nope.
Okay, well the bad guys got 6. So those same 3 guys again attack. One of them gets through, got a 19. So all 3 of them are attacking with their swords. Only one of them managed to get through your guard, Jasper.
All right.
Hits you for 4 points of damage.
All right.
The other 2 guys, like the one guy in the leather armor, kind of quickly gets kind of back, even moves back further to the back of the room, while the other guy kind of presses up, waiting to close in on a spot if one opens up. He can't attack you at the moment because his friends are between himself and you.
Mm-hmm.
So, who's on 5s?
I rolled a 1.
Oh, that would be me. I'm on 5.
Okay.
Francis will run over to the trap door, shutting the door behind him, and he'll pull out his sling and ready himself at the top of the trap door and just ready a bullet in the sling and see if it's possible to like aim down through the trap door now that he knows that there's enemies.
Excellent. Diggory is also on 5. And he is letting loose a magic missile.
Nice.
Fires down into the room, passes Jasper, and 1, and drops 2 of the guys. One guy's hit with 1 magic missile. The other guy's hit with 2. The third guy's hit with 1, but he doesn't go down. So Jasper's magic missile drops 2 of them right away.
Sweet.
And the other one is injured. The other 2 guys, of course, standing back, they're just kind of, whoa, trying to figure out where that came from, looking up with apprehension towards the trapdoor as the other guy gingerly moves forward to fill in the now empty space. One of the now empty spaces. In fact, the other 2 guys will both move forward. Yeah. And let's see, let's drop 2 of their guys. Also, at the same time, you hear sound of footfalls on stairs. As if you, oh geez, look at that. I didn't mean to, forgot about the screen share thing. Right.
Oh, I thought that was my character sheet. Sorry.
No, it was Diggory's character sheet. Anyway, it's no big deal. It's nothing.
Oh, he got nice rolls.
So, there we go. So you can see there are stairs up in the farmhouse. So you hear footfalls coming down those stairs, and then that door opens up, which is just to the kind of south of the trap door. That door opens up, and 2 more guys pour out, look over towards Diggory and Francis raise their swords and prepare to attack next round. Marius, what did you get on initiative?
Are there this zombie guys still there? Yeah, they're all like
These guys are not zombie guys. These guys are just regular guys. The two guys that are kind of disguised as zombies are in the basement. And in fact, one of them is now dead.
okay.
Or at least unconscious.
Yeah, I'm focused on the one that is still there, and I grab my holy water and sprinkle it and say prayers.
Oh, the guy in the basement?
Yeah.
Well, if
Is
you just sprinkle it down the ladder, you're gonna get it on not Diggory, Jasper. But you could throw the vial. You could splash the whole.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I throw it.
Okay, go ahead and mark that off. You've used your
Yep.
holy water. And it splashes the guy, and some of the water and dirt runs off of his face where he's, or water and some of the flour and dirt wash off of his face where you splash him. And he's now wet.
Great.
And Albin will come in, see the other two guys at that little door there in the farmhouse, and we'll move towards them to engage with. What does Albin have? Albin has a halberd. You know what? Actually, no, he won't do that. He'll stay back and he'll fire his heavy crossbow. That makes more sense, doesn't it? He fires his heavy crossbow at one and misses. And Valdison also will come into the room. But he was outside, so he just gets to the door. He doesn't even get very far into the room at all. Okay. And then we're back to, ones. So it's your turn, Jasper.
All right. So the guy who was injured previously,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna laugh really loud in his face and try and cut him down.
Sure. He is injured, and he's got, flour and dirt running off his face where he's just now been splashed in the face with holy water.
All right, here
He
goes.
was injured by one of the magic missiles fired from Diggory as well.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you missed. And we go back to the top of the order. Initiatives.
Right.
Oops, that is not what I meant to do. Okay, anybody on 6?
No.
5, 4. Okay, 3s. So 3s would be Francis and Marius. Marius, what are you going to do?
Yeah, what am I going to do? I try to attack one with his staff. Hit.
One of the ones that are upstairs here?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, okay. You have your staff in your hand, right?
Yeah.
Yep, go for it. Roll an attack roll.
It's a D20, right? Or
It is
D6?
D20 plus your
D20,
melee
yeah.
attack bonus.
Oh god. Melee attack bonus. I rolled a 4.
You missed.
The melee attack bonus is 0.
Yeah, he knocks your staff aside with his sword, no problem. Both of these guys also are unarmored. They're just wearing clothing. What about you, Francis? You see the priest charge the two guys who've just come out of that door on the southern part of the house.
Okay, so since I already have a bullet loaded in the sling, I will redirect and fire one of these bullets at one of the incoming people, and immediately afterwards drop the sling and draw my sword.
When you say incoming people, you mean one of the guys upstairs here with you?
Yeah, one of the people that are in the room with me.
Go for it. Make your ranged attack.
Ooh, that's a 14. Yeah, 14.
That will hit. So what's the damage of the sling stone?
I think it's just 1d4.
Okay.
Oh, 4.
You crack him right in the head. You hear a crunching sound, and you see him just fall to the ground.
Yeah, and I just immediately drop the sling and pull my sword out.
Okay. Let's see here. This is going to call for a morale roll on his companion. his companion throws down his sword and puts up his hands. I surrender. Downstairs, they are not aware of what has happened upstairs. Let's see. Merrick, what did you roll? You rolled a 2? Okay, you're going to go at the same time as Diggory. Diggory draws his pistol and points it at the guy upstairs who's now got his hands up. And basically just tells him, well, don't try anything. And downstairs, it's your turn.
All right, slash at that wounded guy again.
Go for it.
Nope. I rolled a 11, but -4, so.
Okay, so the 3 guys in the basement attack you. First guy, the guy who's injured with the zombie-like makeup, misses. The other guy, the guy who freshly came in the room a little bit ago, misses terribly. And the guy in the leather armor also misses terribly.
Excellent.
Let's roll 2 1s in a row. Roll initiative for the next round, lads.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot somebody. I forgot Albin and Valdison. So Albin will walk over now to that guy who has thrown down his sword. Just kind of grab him and toss him down onto the ground. And Valdison will run over to the other guy to check him. And he looks up and says, "This one's dead." And then it's an initiative. Right. So how did everybody do on that initiative?
I got a
Matt
6.
got 6. You're
Yep.
first.
All right. Slashing again.
Come on, Jasper.
Come on. Big hit. 11 again. That die is going back in the bag.
Just an 11. Is that modified or is that?
That is an unmodified roll, so that's a miss. Because that's -4
Right, because you're fighting.
defensively. I got too many guys on me to not do that.
What's your to hit modifier?
5. Oh, so that's a
So,
12.
That's
Oh,
a
no,
12? That hits.
That's a hit. Right. Duh.
That still hits.
That's a hit. Okay.
Because this guy has 12 armor class.
Nice.
Roll the damage and tell me how
Forgot.
you
I
feel.
thought I was just straight -4. I forgot I had +5 to hit. All right. That is 7 points of damage to him.
You kill him horribly. How does it happen?
Nice. So he got hit in the chest, right? With the magic missile?
Yes.
Or he got hit somewhere.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, he probably got hit center mass.
so what I do is, so I kind of like stuff for a little bit, like swing my shield to a little bit to the side, just stab straight forward, right through his throat, then yank it out and just spray of blood. And then I look at the other 2 guys and I grin real big.
Okay. Oh, they are not surrendering. They are fools. Okay.
Are fools.
So 4 is next. That's you, Francis.
How far is the ladder? Like, how long is the ladder? Like the drop down?
10 feet.
10 feet. So that's enough that it would injure me if I just straight up jump down.
Correct.
Okay.
But you could climb part way down and then jump the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's what I think I'll do. So Francis will turn to Valdison and say, if he moves, paint the walls with him, and then start climbing down the ladder, probably about halfway, and then jump off. Trying to climb down the ladder, probably a little slowly because he's going to keep his sword in hand.
Yeah, okay. It'll take you the full round to get down there.
Yeah. So
No
then
problem.
he'll be down and get back to back with I'm forgetting the character name now.
Yeah, side to side will work because if you get back to back, you're facing the wall.
Oh, well, fair enough. Side to side.
Side to side will work.
Jasper. Thank you.
Sure.
Sure, no problem. Okay, and next then we go to Marius. Marius, what are you doing? You see Albin has secured the one guy who surrendered, who's now like pleading for his life. Please,
Okay.
we weren't going to hurt him. We weren't going to hurt him. We just wanted some money.
I go to him and say, "Confess your sins," and give him a preach about the 10 commitments. Is it the right word in English?
10 Commandments, yeah.
Yeah. Give it teachings.
Okay, very good. And then it's to the ones. So let's see. Yeah, Albin is securing this guy. Valdison is clearing the pockets on the other guy. Diggory points his pistol down and is considering shooting one of the guys. There's 2 guys and there's 2 of his companions. He knows that if he fires his gun, he's got a 50-50 chance of hitting one of his friends. So he's just aiming it down there and not firing it. He's going to aim this round. And then next round he might fire if the battle's still going on. That makes sense to me. And then it is, oh, the bad guys didn't go, did they? Bad guy should have gone actually before him, but that's okay. There are still 2 of them down there. Yes. So the first one, guy in the regular clothing, attacks and hits your shield. Oh wait, you don't have a shield. What is your armor class actually, Francis? He might actually hit you.
I do have a shield, and my melee armor class is 16.
Okay, yeah, so he hits your shield. Yes, you do have a shield, and he hits your shield. And the other guy attacks and misses, also hits the shield of Jasper. And that's the end of that round. So we roll initiative again.
All right.
Ooh, that guy's on 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody
3 for me.
Anybody a 6 or better? All right. Plainclothes guy attacks Francis, misses. Leather armor guy attacks Jasper and misses. Diggory has been aiming for 1 round at the guy with the leather armor, fires. That's his range attack modifier. Oh, +2. Oh, let me roll a misfire just to see if the gun doesn't. Yep, the gun does not jam, doesn't misfire. So I believe he has a flintlock pistol. Does he not? Oh, wait a minute, he doesn't have a pistol. I thought Diggory had a gun.
No, he that
Had a
Ballison
garrote.
had 2. Yeah, Diggory had a garrote.
We're going to say he has one of Valdison's guns.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
That Valdison tossed to him. Yes. So he fires one of Valdison's guns. And with a 20, he hits the guy. This also requires an immediate morale check for both of them. Okay, the guy in the plain clothes just surrenders immediately. This guy, I don't think will surrender, although he might die when I roll the damage on this pistol shot. Boom, boom. Let me double check his stats. Here he is. Oh, he did fail his morale check. And armor, hit points. Yeah, he does not die from the shot. He takes a pretty good shot, though, to the shoulder. He drops his sword, and these guys both are now surrendering. One of them wounded in the shoulder. The other guy is not wounded yet, but they both are just throwing down their weapons and giving up after because, yeah, they're intimidated by the gunfire. They're also outnumbered now. Their leader is wounded. What are you guys going to do from there?
Well, unfortunately, I don't speak German. So I grab
Right.
another guy by the chest and I shove my sword through his chest, through his stomach, and up out his back. And I
Okay.
throw him to the ground to
yeah.
bleed out.
Sure, he dies. The other guy goes down on his hands and knees and is just crying and begging for his life. And then you hear a scream come from behind that wall on the southern edge of the
Where the guy came through?
Yep.
Is it a visible door that he came through, or?
It is a concealed door. It's basically a secret door.
But I saw
But you
him.
know where it is. You saw it. You saw him come through it.
I'm going to charge across there and try and kick it open. Hello?
All right.
there.
So you run over there, try to kick it open. Give me a D6 roll.
All right. I rolled a 6.
A 6. Yeah, I don't think that's going to make your open door. So you kick the wall. Bam! And it does not open.
All right. See if I can't find the catch.
Yeah, you hear, let me roll this to see how long this is going to
Why are you kicking the wall?
There's a door here.
Diggory, how do you say door in German?
He says door in German. I don't want to say.
Yeah, and then I'll just start yelling that at the guy that's still alive, and just point over at the wall.
He runs over and he opens the door. Inside, you will see, boom, a secret room. This room is about 30 feet by 20 feet. 20 feet across, basically, from where the door is, and 30 feet wide. And let's see, what would you see there? You will see a child who is now screaming for help, and he is being dragged away by an old guy who looks something like, let's move that. Like that.
What the fuck?
Altogether unhealthy looking.
Yeah. Charge him.
Yeah, I'll run towards that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing the zombie painted people down here, I'm just gonna assume that he's another one. So I want to help take him down. I mean, I'm surprised the child's alive, but I want to try to get him, I guess.
Okay. Marius, you're going to continue preaching, or are you going to go get concerned with your friend screaming?
Yeah, I followed.
You don't have
I climb down to see why though. What
You heard the child
about the
screaming.
child? Yeah.
Okay. No problem. God, I wish there was a way to just save that without moving this thing. Okay, that's fine. So as you guys charge forward, let's roll initiative, those of you who are in the room. So for this round, it will just be Jasper and Francis. And next round, Marius will be able to join the fray if he wishes. He'll be able to see it this round. Next round, he'll be able to engage. Diggory is staying at the top because he's trying to figure out how to reload that pistol and doesn't realize how long it will take. Roll your initiatives. You got a 5?
Yep.
Okay. So you go simultaneously as this old ugly fucker.
All right.
He's obviously, this is a real zombie. This isn't a makeup job. You're pretty sure. It looks pretty goddamn convincing. So go ahead and roll your attack, and I'll roll his attack. He gets 2 of them, doesn't he? Yes, he does.
I come forward and I swing at the arm, trying to lop it off from the one that's dragging the boy, and just do as much damage as possible. And
he lets go of the boy, so he can swing with his claw and try to bite at the same time.
I rolled a 20.
You rolled a 20. That's a hit. Give me your damage.
All right. That is 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Where is? Okay, I need to roll his hit dice. Okay, you do 5 points of damage. No problem. He's hurt, but he's still there. He's still up.
All right. And of course, I stopped fighting defensively when I ran in here, obviously.
Yeah, you're just fighting normally, I presume, because you didn't declare you were fighting defensively.
Right.
No problem. He attacked you twice and was unable to get through to your armor. Your still armor class 19, right?
17 for melee.
17.
Without the bonus.
Actually, he did hit you once then. He hit you with his claw for 1 point of damage only.
All right.
However, make a saving throw versus paralyzation, please.
All right. I have to roll under or over?
Equal to or over.
I rolled under.
Okay, so you feel this, like, as his claws scrape through and catch on part of your arm, you feel this cold chill come over you. Like you know that feeling, like when people say, I feel like somebody walked over your grave, stepped over your grave? It's like that times 100.
Ugh.
And you will now have a -3 to all initiative rolls for the next 40 minutes. So that's
Okay.
240 rounds.
All right.
Right? No, it's more than that. 40 minutes, 10 rounds per minute. It's 400 rounds. So, yep, that's basically like a chill touch thing.
Right.
And Francis,
You said -4?
-3 to initiatives.
-3. Okay.
Francis, you are muted. Austin?
Whoops.
Hey.
Sorry. Stupid computer. Okay. Well, shit. I'm gonna say that I still don't. Well, let me see. Real quick. Yeah, no, I still don't think that this thing is real. I still think it's painted, despite how I think that I might just be in denial. But so I'm gonna just charge forward and attack it. Try to stab it with my sword and try to get the kid away from it.
Who can blame you? You can see too.
Okay.
He was dragging the child towards the western wall, and you can see at that wall near where he was moving towards. You see lots of large beetles crawling all over the wall there. How'd you do in your attack?
Misses, for sure. It's a 5.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, for sure.
Is the boy all tied up hand and foot?
The boy's hands are bound. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, his feet are bound too. His mouth was not. He was not gagged. So just hands and feet. So he's just kind of laying there crying on the floor, and kind of he's mommy, just crying just like a little boy who's scared and wants his mom.
Mm-hmm.
So next round initiative. You see this now as you reach the door, Marius. You can see they're in this 30-foot wide, 20-foot deep room, fighting with this zombie, real zombie-looking creature. You can see the boy lying on the ground by its feet, and you can see all the beetles on the wall behind it. Christ, who has a torch? Yeah. Okay. How do you do on initiative? You can roll two. Oh, you got a 6, is that right?
I got a 2. I rolled a
Yeah.
5.
Or was that a previous round? I got 1. Okay. 5 goes first in this case, so it's going to be you first there. Oh, no, you rolled a 2 because 5 minus 3. Sorry, in that case, then the zombie goes first. He will attack you 2 more times because he's dumb and single-minded. Tries to claw at you and hits you.
Oh.
Whew, for 8 points of damage.
Holy fuck.
And then he attempts to bite you. And he bites onto your shield. He's biting onto your shield and gnawing on the metal. You can hear his teeth cracking and breaking and falling off by the shield. But he's still trying to bite into it. And next on initiative will be Francis.
Well, shit. Seeing this thing biting, I want to just grab the boy if I can and see if I can get him out of there.
You can. You can grab him and drag him out of the room past Mark.
Yeah,
okay.
So that's what I'll do.
Yeah, you drag him back into the first cellar room. Marius, what are you doing?
Yeah, I have no weapon except staff, but I'm screaming kill this demon from hell. And I follow Francis and tell him, hey, I take care of the child. Go into the fight.
So you take the child away from Francis and say, you go fight, I'll take him.
I have the weapon. I just have
you see staff. Diggory, who's halfway down the stairs, and he looks over his shoulders and says, what's going on down here? What demon from hell?
Look into there.
He looks longingly back up the ladder and then climbs down the rest of the way.
Excellent.
Says, fight a demon down here, boys. Up to Alban and Valdison above, the two thieves who are left alone upstairs. Special staff thieves. But yeah. So we can roll initiative
Before you
again.
come down there, kill those heretics that deal with demons.
Kill the prisoner! Diggory shouts up. And you hear Alban say, okay! And it is... Oh, there's still another prisoner alive down here, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. How'd you guys do on initiative?
I rolled a 2, but I didn't get to go last round if we're going to a new round already.
Oh, sorry. You go first, and then we can...
Then roll. All right. So that is a 21 to hit.
That will hit him.
All right. That is 7 points of damage.
All right. Let me just double check something here. Yep. You destroy him.
Excellent.
You like carve right through his head, chop his head basically in half long ways, and the brain slops out, and the rest of the skull falls down. His jaw falls away from your shield as his head is now split open, and he collapses to the ground with kind of a little death rattle.
I step back and just kind of kneel down.
The other guy is kneeling in front of you, Marius, with his hands up. Says, no, don't kill me. I didn't know anything about that thing, I swear.
Okay, I ask Francis for...
We don't commune with no demons, sir.
Francis, do you have a knife or something?
No, only my sword.
We just took the boy.
Please, can you let
so
me...
we could get some, so we could get what's it
he
called?
saying?
A bounty, or get his parents to pay us to release him. Yeah, that's it.
Wait, Francis, can you let me your sword, please? Just for a short time.
He'll hand it to him.
Okay. I pointed to the guy and I'm asking in German, so were you dealing with this demon?
Absolutely not, sir. We don't truck with no demons, sir. I didn't even know that room was there. And he points over at the kind of wall where you can see all those beetles crawling out of.
Mm.
And you can see kind of like a little line there. It looks like it leads to a door, another hidden door.
Another hidden door. Okay, so confess. Now's your last chance. Who dealt with this demon and where did he come from?
I have no idea, sir. He came from back there, obviously. But I'm telling you, we didn't know there was anything beyond this room. This is where we stashed the boy. Well, we were going to fight you off, but you made short work of the boys and what's his name? And Gunther. That's why I surrendered to you, sir.
Okay, I tell you something. Have you ever read the Bible, or have you heard the teachings of the Bible?
I used to go to church when I was a boy, sir, but I haven't been in many years.
Then, listen to this. The path of righteous men is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I hit him with a sword to the neck. Heretic.
Okay. Yeah, you lop his head right off.
I have no idea what you just said, but that sounded badass.
I give you the sword. I'm sorry, but This guy was just a heretic who dealt with demons. He's a liar. He lived down here with a demon.
And Valdison pokes his head through the opening up above the trapdoor. It says, is that demon taken care of? We killed the prisoner up here.
Yeah. It's
There
dead.
appears to be some... Did Marius tell us about the door?
No, but I'm going and heal the warrior. I forgot the name. Sorry.
Jasper.
Yeah, I go to Jasper, look at his wounds, and try to heal them first, saying my prayers.
Did you have more than one cure spell memorized today?
Yeah, I prepared 3 and 1 heating metal spell.
Yeah. You used one already, so this will be your
Yeah.
second.
I
Cool.
have 1 left then.
Yeah, you can heal him. What's your level? Level
4.
You heal him for 12 hit points.
Okay.
I think it's a D8, isn't it? Or is it D6?
D8, I have to look at the book. I think D8.
D8 plus level, I think.
I'll check on the boy and unbind his hands.
1d6, sorry.
1d6? Okay, so make it 10, not 12, sorry.
Yep.
So I get 10 hit points?
Correct.
Yep.
Nice. That puts me back to 20.
Francis, you cut the boy loose. Valiston starts coming down the stairs saying, "Oh, was there any treasure?"
I cross myself and say, thank you, Father.
And the boy is like, "Oh, thank you, sirs. Thank you. What was that thing?" And he looks over at the dead zombie, and he looks like he's about to barf, and he looks away from it real quick.
I'm going to poke it with my sword.
Oh, anybody who doesn't speak
Make sure
German
it's
doesn't know
dead.
what he's saying, though, of course.
This was just a demon who got killed by this warrior of God.
Yeah, you poke it with the sword, and nothing really happens. A couple beetles
Alright.
crawl out from inside of it.
I go over and I go over to one of the other guys who's dead and clean my sword off and put it away and take one of their swords and go and lop its limbs off.
Okay.
And move them away from the body, so
They cut away
Just in
pretty
case.
easily, you know. It's
Alright.
pretty rotten.
I don't want to take any chances that it's going to get back up and be able to crawl around.
I'll walk over to the wall with all the beetles on it. Not getting too close, but just kind of like put my sword up to it, see if one of them crawls onto it.
You're going to put what onto it?
My sword.
Oh,
Just the tip of my sword to it.
sure. You're going to try to push it open?
No, I don't know that there's a door there. I didn't hear the.
Oh,
I
well,
don't
if you
speak
walk
German.
up to it, though, where the beetles are, you'll see, because the door's still partially ajar.
Oh, okay, then yeah. I guess I'll
zombie just kind of came from there and grabbed the boy and was trying to drag him through.
Okay, then yeah, I'll push the door open.
Yeah, you can see, you push it open and see then as the door opens up into another room, which is kind of an L-shaped room. So looking ahead, it goes about 10 feet in front of you before there's another wall, and it goes 20 feet to the left, and that's where the L shape is, and it goes back another several feet. About 30 feet, more than that, actually. You have a torch.
Bring the lantern up.
Oh, lantern, yeah.
Were there torches down here?
I assumed you had one in your hand when you came down, so you could see where you
Well,
were
I had
at.
lit one and dropped it down to the bottom
That's
of the
right,
ladder.
yeah. In that case, then, does anybody have a torch here in this room?
I'll go and pick that one up.
You pick that one up? Yep, no problem.
Yeah.
Should we bring the child to safety first before we go further?
I would say keep him in this room for now, down here by the ladder.
Also, for those who are back in the first primary cellar room, if you look, there are 2 doors on the west wall as well in that cellar room. Also, in that room, pushed up near the doors, there are a couple of tables with half-eaten meals, dice, coins, and playing cards on them. So you can, looks like obviously the gang was hanging out down there playing cards and eating and stuff or whatever. But yeah, for those of you in the secret room, past the beetles, and the beetles just scurry away from the light, from the torch and stuff. They're not like giant horrible beetles or anything like that. They're just. I mean, they're big, but they're not monstrous beetles. They flee the torchlight.
Just regular beetles. Oh, that's fine.
And also then, of course, in this room, at the back wall, the little L turn, you find a small blood-stained altar. Stone block with ant head carvings all over it.
Marius, take a look at this.
Okay, I go there, and I'm shocked. I'm crossing myself, and I pull out my crucifix, and I'm saying prayers. This is satanic. This is.
Yeah, this is worse than heresy. This is
All
'Cause
right.
if I recall the difference correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, but heresy is just somebody who worships the same God as you, but in the wrong way, right?
Right.
Yeah,
This
somehow.
this is obviously this has nothing to do with.
Yeah, this is satanic. This is demonic. This
Yeah.
is. We have to destroy this place. We have to burn
All right.
everything down that is here, and we have to destroy everything.
I'll go back to the first room where they were all hanging out in and see if there's like a sledgehammer maybe lying around in there.
There is not, no. But like I said, there are 2 doors on the west wall.
All right, check in there. Check those other doors.
Those doors, let me just see what rooms they lead to real quick. They lead to, okay. So this is the western wall of the cellar. So basically, as I say, there's a north door and a south door. The north door is unlocked. Opening it up, it's a small, like 20 by 20 foot room. Looks to have been converted basically to a makeshift barracks. You see a few bunk beds have been basically kind of roughly constructed here. And there are a number of footlockers.
Go and check the other room then. And as I pass,
The other
Like,
door is locked.
as I step out, I call to Valdis and say, "Hey, lots of loot in there." It's
In
locked, huh?
the room you just came from.
Yeah,
And he goes in and starts ruffling through the footlockers.
cool. But there wasn't like a big hammer in there or anything.
Not that you saw, no.
Okay. Hey, so I try to open that door and it's locked. Huh? Anybody can open this? Oh, you know what? I'll go over to the guy in the leather armor and search his body for keys.
The guy in the leather armor, you go over to search his body. And you did get to him before Valdison got to him. So he has a sword. He has a pistol, which is not loaded though. He has leather armor, like I said. What else does he have on him here? You find a map inside a scroll case, which I can give you a handout for that in a little bit. And he has a key ring with about a half dozen identical looking keys on them.
All right, grab that and start trying to open that door with them.
Okay. Yeah, eventually one of them opens that door. And it opens into room 9. So once you open it up and kind of get a look in with the lantern, again, it's another little 20 by 20 foot room. There is a bed and a desk, and there is a chest.
Nice.
There's also a number of holes in the west wall about head high.
Over the chest, or
Over
how
the
big
bed.
are the holes?
Over the bed.
How big are they?
I don't know if you can see. Not like that.
Yeah.
Not big enough for a person to slip into it.
Sure.
In fact, you
Go
couldn't,
in,
you couldn't even get your fist into it.
I wouldn't try to do that. Go and grab another one of those guys' swords. Or no, I already am holding one of those guys' swords. Like stand to the side so I'm not right in front of it, and then like shove the sword in there.
Okay. Yeah, you notice immediately that the hole inside is actually like a pipe, some kind of a metal pipe or something. You can tell by the sound. And if you
Oh.
look closer, you'll see it looks to be copper.
Oh.
Copper piping.
Okay, go and stand next to one and go, woo!
Okay. Yeah, you can kind of hear the sound travels a long way. It's
This is how they did that. All right. Clever. Open the chest. Start trying to open it with one of the keys.
okay. Roll a d6.
All right. 6.
Okay, you used the wrong key. Give me a save versus poison as you set off the poison needle trap.
I figured that was going to happen, damn it. Poison is... Oh, I got a pretty good one for that. Come on! Papa needs new shoes. I made it.
You made it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you
Don't die.
you just get pricked, but you manage to not take the poison damage.
Okay.
And with the trap stone, you're able to find the other key. The second key you try happens to be the right one, and
Excellent.
it opens up fine. And inside, you find.
This is why you have to make sure you recheck your the poison on your traps, because that stuff doesn't last forever. Cross myself.
So you find 43 silver pieces and 4,570 copper pieces.
4,570.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I find silver and a lot of copper.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, and 43 silver. That's correct. Yep.
All right. 43 silver and a lot of copper.
Anything else in there? Nope, that's it.
How big is that chest? Is it just a little chest, or like
It's
enough?
a normal sized chest, so maybe
Can I
couple
pick
feet
it up?
wide, about a foot in length, and about a foot deep.
I'm
Maybe
able
more than a foot deep.
Oh, I could definitely
Foot
pick
and a
that up then. Yeah.
All of those coins would weigh. What would that weigh? It's heavy. It's heavy. About 100 pounds with a coin in there.
Oof. Okay. Well, I grab one of the handles and I drag it out into the other room. And I say, "Hoopla!"
What did you find?
Some silver and a shitload of copper.
Ah, well.
Valdison comes out of the barracks room looking disappointed. Says, "Oh man, it's just a bunch of personal effects and tools and stuff."
No, did you find a hammer in there?
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Like a big one? All right. Go and grab one of those.
Yeah, they're like carpentry hammers.
Well, that should be enough to deface the thing. I'll grab all of them and go back to the altar and start hammering away at the mosaics on it.
I help him.
Yeah, you can destroy the altar.
Excellent. And then I think we drag the bodies into the room that the boy was being held in.
Make a fire.
Well, I think we're going to have to stay here tonight.
What about the bodies from upstairs?
Well, toss them down.
Drag them in there, too. By the time you guys got here, does anybody remember?
It was about noon when we got here. We're not going to make it back tonight.
No, it was actually about 1:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, we're definitely stuck here for the night.
By now, it's probably, it's after 3 anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely, yeah. So I say we drag him in there, search the rest of this place, find out what the hell was going on, and when we leave in the morning, we can torch this place to the ground.
I think we should, before we do anything too hasty, we should find out what's in those rooms.
Of course.
Behind that secret door worth taking with us.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, yeah, you've already found all the rooms downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And just to be safe, behead the bodies.
Okay.
There's already one undead thing here. We don't need the rest of them getting up and walking around.
As far as the main level goes, basically most of the rooms were pretty much deserted with some debris. The only exception being the kitchen, which had signs of frequent use. The hearth that had fresh ash in it, I think I already described that to you before, and with a large empty cauldron hanging over it. Neither the cauldron nor the number of pots and pans in the kitchen show any signs of rust. The implements do need a bit of a cleaning, but yeah, there's food crumbs all over the place. And,
so they must have had rations, I'm betting. So I say we eat their food.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's see, how many of them were there? There were 7 of them. So yeah, I'll just see. You find actually in their personal effects in the barracks, you find 20 days of rations.
For 7 people?
No, total.
Or just 20 days total. Okay, 20 days rations. All right.
So there are 6 of you plus the boy, right? That's
yeah.
7. You can use 7 of them right now for all of you to eat.
All right, so I'll just put down 13 days rations as treasure. All right, nice.
You want to take one of their swords, Jens?
Yep.
Sorry, So you type that in chat.
And I'm gonna,
Yeah, you can take one. It's just a standard sword.
Okay.
yeah, and I'm gonna take the pistol and then ask Valdison for one of his bullets and a bit of his powder.
You'll find. Wait, he didn't have any shot for it. You're right. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Valdison will help you load it up. So you got a pistol loaded.
Is that what kind of pistol is that? Is that a flintlock?
It just says pistol, doesn't it? Let's see here.
Ooh, maybe
Yes, flintlock.
Huh. Maybe it's a wheel lock and you can sell it for a shitload of money.
It's a flintlock.
Excellent. So there's a desk in this room, but I'm sure I'm not going to be able to read anything that's on any of the papers in there.
Yeah, they don't have any real papers anyway. The only thing you have is that map. Oh, and I said I would show that to you.
Yeah, let's take
Hold
a look.
on. Let me go to the proper page.
Oh, and I find this, and I push aside the plates on the table and pull that out and roll it out so everybody can take a look. Weigh it down with some cups.
Now, close this. And I guess the easiest way to do it, let me see if I'm trying to do it this way. And let me just remove that and start a new one. Screen capture. Oh, that didn't work. Hold on, I'll try that again. Smart selection. Smart selection. Yes. I'm smart.
SMRT.
There we go. So that's the map we found.
Oh,
Tattered scroll found in the possession of the notorious bandit Gunther Mole.
Ex-bandit.
Right?
His last meal was 3 feet of steel.
Could this be the secret way into the city?
I wonder.
Could it be a smuggler's map into the city? Because the people on the river told us that there is.
I don't know, though, because we're quite far from there. I wonder where we would be on this map.
You know, the people on the river they told that there is a secret way from outside of the walls of the city into the city. And there's
Yeah.
You could ask one of the prisoners, but they're all dead.
Yeah, I just thought of that, too. I'm like, too bad we already took care of all those guys. Oh, well. So I think the most important thing on this map would be to find out where we are in relation to it.
Unfortunately, you don't have any context for it.
Right. And there's no other doors out of here. They all lead into, like, those guys had to have gotten from the barn to here somehow.
I suppose the most telling thing about that map, if you look at it closely, is that there is a room that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 tunnels leading off of it, and a 10th one that's just a dead end.
Right.
Right? So if you find like a chamber or something with 9 different directions to go from it, then you might think, hey, this resembles that map we found.
Still, if we find the door for how those guys got from the barn to here, so then maybe there's another secret door in here somewhere.
Oh, maybe.
There's got to be. Man, these guys and their fucking secret doors. Well, I'm not good at looking for that stuff.
Well, we could take a candle and see if there's a draft or anything.
Oh, hey, that's pretty smart. Yeah, and there's candles down here, I imagine.
So if you go back, looking around in the basement for some more secret doors, you'll find there is a secret door right next to that altar, which led into the room that had the desk and the bed in it, where you found the treasure chest. And then in the other room,
So
the room where you found the boy, which was attached to the main cellar room through a secret door, and also had the secret door leading into the altar room. There's a third secret door at the back wall, southern wall. Might have taken you a little while to find this, but using your candle stuff, you guys would eventually find it.
Well done, Francis.
And the smell is awful from there. As once you open it and look into it, there's a an underground tunnel there, obviously man-made. You can see like support beams built up every so often. But there's also just inside, just past the door, there are a number of buckets, and they're full of urine and feces.
Jesus Christ. Was Valdison in here?
Yes.
And just looking at the way the tunnel leads and then leads south a little bit and then turns kind of west, you can figure it must lead over to where the barn is, or where the barn was. And indeed, if you decide to walk down there and explore it, you'll see that it does lead down to basically where the barn had been, but the barn is now just like a smoking, smoldering pile of rubble laying on top of it. And I'll go back over here real quick. Let's do this, and I'll just show you now that you've kind of found all the secret doors. I'll just show you the whole map.
Awesome. Can you put that map that we found into the Facebook chat?
Nope.
Okay.
I gave you a chance to copy it. If you didn't, you're screwed.
Well, shit.
No, I'm kidding. Of course I will. Later when I get a chance to.
I wish I hadn't burned it now. I'm kidding.
There you go. So there's the full
Interesting.
layout.
Nice. Oh, so they were able to get down from above and
From
get
the
out of there.
hayloft.
That's how they got out.
Mhm.
Sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. Well, no wonder they were so pissed when I got down there. Those fuckers burned our bar down.
Yeah.
Summarily executed us all.
Yep. Oh, well. You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
I mean, there's just some people you shouldn't fuck with.
Right?
We're those people.
Indeed. Indeed. England forever.
Grab my referee's guide to figure out some XP awards. Oh boy.
So we got some. So there was 7 of those guys you said?
Yeah, there was 6 of the guys just wearing regular clothes.
Mm-hmm. And the one guy in
The guy
armor.
with the leather armor, who was obviously their leader, he was the one who had the map and the keys. And then, of course, the zombie, the real zombie, who also killed.
All right, so I'm just going to write down leather armor, 6 swords, because Marius took one of them. And then we got all that other stuff, too.
Did we search the zombie? If not, I'll take
Yeah,
some. I'll see if it has any
No,
clothes.
he did dismember the shit out of it, though.
Yeah, but
He cut its legs off for sure.
Yeah. I didn't want to crawling around anymore.
Let me see. Oops, I'm in the wrong book. Let's go to the correct book. See if I don't think he has anything on him of any interest. Let me double check, though. No, just rotten, ripped clothes. Yep. Nothing on the zombie.
Okay.
So, Marius, did they say why they were working with this undead creature?
They just said lies about that they never knew that there was a zombie like this here. But
Bullshit.
Yeah, they were lies. Look at this altar back there that we destroyed. They knew what they worshipped.
Yeah, there's no freaking way those guys didn't know that thing was down here. Hell, they painted themselves up like zombies.
Yes, that does seem unlikely.
Mm-hmm. How's the boy doing?
Yeah, what's the boy doing here?
He's sitting by the fire in the hearth, because I assume you've got a fire going there now,
Sure.
and eating his rations, looking kind of relatively terrified, traumatized.
I'll have either Diggory or Marius teach Francis how to say, "We're taking you to your parents in the morning."
Why not just have them
in
tell him?
German. Francis is just trying to learn, and he wants to.
Right. That you're in language.
Okay,
right?
Speak with me. Wir bringen dich morgen zu deinen Eltern.
Bless you.
Yeah. Come on, Francis.
Yes, perhaps it's best if you told the boy.
Ja, tell him, wir bringen dich morgen zu deinen Eltern.
Oh, thank you, sir. Did my parents send you?
Yes, they sent us here.
You're a holy man. He points at the cross.
I'm not a holy man. I'm just a worshipper of our Almighty God.
You're a priest.
I'm just a servant. I'm just I'm just telling him the story and blah. I think I tell him too much that the child could understand.
Fair enough. Yep. What was that thing? Was that a demon?
I guess so. And we found an altar, a satanic altar, and we destroyed it. Those guys must have summoned this demon from hell.
Really?
Yes, really.
Wow. I didn't think they were smart enough to do something like that. You have to be pretty smart to summon demons, don't you?
Not really. You don't have only. You only have to know those only old books and all those anti-Christian beliefs, and you have to hate with a passion the Almighty Lord, and then you can summon demons.
They told me that my mom and dad were going to send them money, and then they'd let me go.
Yeah, but they sent it us. That's way better than money, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Are they all dead? You killed them all?
How many men were it that were here in the house?
Oh, there was the boss. They called him Mull, and then there was Anton, Boris, Carl, Max, Stefan, and Udo. He was the really dumb one.
So 7 people. Correct? 6 or 7?
Yeah, 7.
So they all dead, huh?
Oh, each of those guys also had 2 daggers on them. So if anybody wants a dagger, you can take a dagger too, if anybody doesn't have one.
Yeah, I'll take one. And then load the rest in the cart.
That's 11 daggers then. Daggers for sale.
So I tell
just
the
noticed
child,
in the notes here.
We sell them, you stab them.
I just noticed in the notes here, if the guy is given a chance to plead for his life, he'll offer the map in exchange and tell you what it is and what it represents, where it is and what it represents. But you just ran your sword right through him.
Oh, well.
That's fucking hilarious.
I don't speak German, sorry.
It's
I saw
true.
him, and I was in the battle rage at that point, so I saw him drop his weapon. I'm like, you dumb fuck, shunk.
So funny.
Oh, well.
So, okay, so you guys will camp out here. Let us see here.
Unlatch the donkey from the cart and put it into another room upstairs so it's not out on its own out there.
Here, bring it into the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put it in the barn.
You can't put it in the barn. The barn's burned.
Haul the stuff that's in the cart into the house.
I'm gonna try to cover the cart up with something just to make it look like it's.
Can we drag it into the house? Can it fit into the house? The cart?
I'd imagine if you unload it first, you could kind of turn it on its side and carry it in.
Let's do that.
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't
good
want to
idea.
leave it out there and then bar the door.
Okay, so you bring everything in the house, donkey,
Yeah.
cart, and all.
I don't definitely not leaving the poor donkey out there on its own. Out when there's wolves and bears and shit probably running around.
I want to shut the trap door and put something very heavy on it.
Good idea. I don't want to stay down there with those bodies either. Yeah. Get all the loot upstairs and lock that shit up. I'm swearing a lot tonight. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Don't worry.
Jasper
fuck,
just swears
man.
a lot.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Don't swear on my channel. This Fantastic Dimensions is a family-friendly place.
Oh, fuck. Then why are we playing Lamentations?
Since
Yeah,
when?
right? Okay.
By the way, when we stay there overnight, can I get those 2 spells back when I prepare them? The 2 healing.
In the morning, we're not there yet.
Yeah, just ask over the night.
In the morning, yes, if you pray for the allotted time. Let me double check what that is. What's your highest level spell? First or second level?
Sorry?
What's your highest level spell?
My highest level spell is heating metal.
Huh?
My highest level spell is heating metal. It's
Right, second level, right?
yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to say what level is your highest. So that'll be in the morning. You'll have to pray for, I think, 2 hours to get all your spells back.
I do this.
I think that's how it works. I'll double check that in a second.
What's the natural healing rate in Lamentations?
Preparing spells each day, a cleric must rest for at least 6 continuous hours before preparing. After resting, he must meditate and pray for a number of hours equal to the highest level spell being prepared. Yep. So,
Okay.
although you didn't use heat metal, right? So you're only going to be preparing first level spells?
Yeah.
So you only need to pray for 1 hour, actually. You still
Okay.
have heat metal prepared. What were you saying there?
Well, how does natural healing work in the game?
Okay. So if you have half or more of your hit points, then oh man, I better double check this. I just want to make sure I don't get it wrong.
Right. Yeah, I'm at that. I'm at.
I think you can get up to a D3, but
I think it's 1 hit point per night generally. It's pretty slow.
Yeah.
it is, but
1 HP after a peaceful night's rest. Taking a watch shift does not prevent this recovery. Damaged characters who have at least half their hit points remaining can also recover an additional 1d3 HP by resting a full day. To count as a full day of rest, the character
right,
cannot
resting a
engage
full
in
day would
any
get you
sprint.
D3 if you
Yeah,
have
so
half
just
or more.
sleeping is 1 HP, and a full day of rest is 1d3.
But if you have less than half your hit points, 1 full day's rest will only get you 1 hit point back.
Ah, okay. Thank goodness we have a cleric. I will. I'm only down 3 points now because I was at 10. I'd lost 13 hit points in that fight.
Yeah. So if you sleep tonight, sleep well, then you'll get 1 hit point back.
Awesome. Well, I'll leave it until we find out if we sleep well.
Well,
So-
I'm uninjured, so I'll take the first watch shift, and I'll stay up, like a half the night or so.
Okay.
There's an upstairs, right?
Yeah, it's like a loft.
Okay. Are there any windows up there?
There are. You figure that's probably where those 2 guys were up there keeping an eye out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go up there and take the watch shift up there. Keep an eye out for anyone coming from the outside, and just keep an ear open in case anything tries to come up from the cellar.
Sure. Well, before everybody even goes to bed, you're going to see men approaching, carrying various weapons, even some of which are like farm implements turned into weapons. There are 13 of them, and they are making their way towards the house.
13.
Yeah, I'll yell down like, we have a problem.
Oh, crap. Well, we did leave a pretty big signal that something was going on here.
I think we may be able to get out of this peacefully, but perhaps you should hide the gold back in the or hide the silver and the copper back down in the trapdoor. Let's have a peaceful word with them. We can explain what happened, and they're just using simple implements. They don't seem like trained fighters or mercenaries.
Yeah, none of them
seem
are
like
wearing any
townsfolk.
real armor.
In fact, instead of doing that, because we might want to bring them down there, I'll drag it off into a side room, and that rug I ripped up, it's kind of like loosely toss it on top of it with some other debris in a corner somewhere, so they can't really readily see it.
Yeah.
And what do you want to do as they approach the house?
I want to run out to. Oh, I don't speak German. Shit.
Mm-mm.
I'll bring a translator with me at the least. I guess Marius
take
can
the
come
child.
with you.
Take the child. No, I come with you.
Okay, you guys go out to meet them as they're approaching,
I'll stand by in the house in case.
and they kind of stop and back.
Yeah, I'll
up.
keep my weapons sheathed, and I'll keep my hands up, and just say, please translate for me, please. We come in peace. We mean you no harm. We were here in search of a kidnapped child.
Did you find him?
We did. We plan to return in the morning. Return him to his parents in the morning. We mean you no harm, and we apologize for any disturbance this may have caused you for the evening.
He looks over at the barn, which is still smoking a little bit. What happened over there?
Well, and he hesitates for a moment. Well, there were bandits, and they dressed themselves as demonic creatures, and we are religious men, of course, as we all are, and we could not abide by that. We had to cleanse the barn with fire. It was only later that their deception was discovered.
Are you translating exactly what he's saying?
Yeah, I'm exactly translating it. Yeah.
Bandits, you say? Wasn't Gunther Mole and his men, was it?
I believe I did hear that name, Gunther.
Well, you've done the folk of this region a service.
Really? Was he threatening you too?
Well, they were a threat to anybody in the area.
I guess so. They looked like a complete organized gang.
Exactly, yes. That's exactly what they were. Bandits, as you said.
They were not only bandits, they were Satanists too. We destroyed an altar down there that was...
And he spits and says, well, then may their souls rot in hell.
Oh, they will.
Well, we don't want any trouble. We'll just carry on then. We won't disturb you. Glad you found the boy, and thanks for taking care of Gunther and his lot.
We thank you. Have a good evening.
And they will start to move on.
Well, that worked better than I thought.
Francis will turn to Marius and say, I still think we should leave. Possibly now. I know it's no good to move at night, but something about that doesn't sit right with me.
It's strange. It's really strange, yeah.
No, we're getting out of here then.
Alden says, but it's almost dark.
Did we see other abandoned farms on our way here?
Oh yeah, I'd say there's plenty of farmsteads around.
And was it clear that like, yeah, okay. So then let's just go. Let's go one farmstead away. We'll stay close enough that we don't have to move too long in the dark, and we We at least won't be here if they come back.
I like the idea.
I agree. Let's do it. Start packing stuff up.
Yeah, so get the cart back outside. The
Yep.
donkey.
Mhm,
Load the
haul
cart up.
the chest out there and all the other goods that we got.
We sit the child on the donkey, and I tell him the story about how Jesus rode with a donkey into Jerusalem.
I'm glad I don't speak German. I'm kidding.
So let me go back to your map. There you go.
Awesome.
So the abandoned farmhouse where you guys are currently. Hold on. Let's see where it would be.
We came from Karlstadt.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you see Gemunden am Main there, and then there's Gossenheim,
hmm
the river, kind of connects between those two. But you see where it kind of branches off there and kind of heads south as well towards Karlstadt?
Yeah.
The abandoned farmhouse is right around that little branching area on the west side of the river. So you can work your way to another farmhouse if you want on this side of the river, heading maybe south or something more towards Karlstadt. Or if you want, you can try to go to one of those villages that are nearby.
How far or what direction did those men come from?
Those men came from, let's see, they came from the south.
From the south.
And
All
they
right.
moved on in the direction towards Gemunden.
So they went north.
Am Main, is that right?
Gebündner mine, yeah.
Gemunden,
Okay.
yeah.
So they went north. Let's head south then. Get a little closer to Karlstadt.
Sure.
Opposite direction of them.
Yep, and basically where the abandoned farmhouse is right there, just as the river kind of starts to curve a little to the northeast.
Right.
So yeah, right there. So you can head south. Go ahead. Let's see. It was your idea, Austin. Roll D6 for me. It was your idea to give up your nice, safe farmhouse here and to move back out into the countryside. Okay. Yeah, you guys find the next abandoned farmhouse. This one's not in as good a shape. There's no clean cooking implements or anything. Everything's been looted and trashed in this place. Inside, it smells of human waste, and you can find human waste inside as well. Or somebody was obviously maybe squatting here for a while and just was like shitting and pissing in one corner.
Christ, you couldn't even step outside to do that? Fucking pigs.
But it's shelter. And you guys can then sleep the night into the morning. Now so we bring us to the 10th. Of October, 10th day of the 10th month. And as the sun kind of rises up rises in the east, yes. Think about it for a second. Where does the sun rise? A little bit of kind of mist and fog in the morning, as it was kind of cool and wet overnight, and now it's warming up as the sun's rising. You guys can break your fast.
Yeah. I marked another 7 days off of the rations we got from those guys. So we got 4 days of rations left from them, and so we haven't touched ours in 2 days.
You had 20 days from them. You've used 14, so you should have 6 left.
Well, we used 7 the first night, and another 7.
Yep.
Today. So yeah, my math is shit.
Yep, that's all right. Or maybe you just eat a lot. Possible.
So we have 6 left.
Yeah.
All right.
Rations.
I just don't math well.
No worries.
I misplaced a decimal.
What do you guys want to do then in the morning?
Head back to town and get this boy back to his parents. I don't want to haul this brat around for too long.
Right, back
I
to
have no interest in having a child with us.
Right.
making your way back to Karlstadt. That on the way. So I can see better. So heading back to Karlstadt, it's what? It's like 8 miles. That doesn't take you too terribly long. You guys would be there before lunchtime.
Excellent.
Heading back to the refugee camp, I presume, on the west side of the river.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. In fact, you'll get back there before they open the gates for the day,
Excellent.
as they do every day. Like I said, the gates open at 11:30, and they then let anybody who wants to leave town leave. And then once that's done, people line up at the bridge that want to go into the town, and they're searched by the guards first, and then let onto the bridge, and they're gathered on the bridge before the Watcher and her weird floating eye monster.
Yeah. Creepy.
Are we sending an advance party in today, guys?
Well, the people we were going to send are not here tonight.
That's true.
That's true.
I'll go.
I'm not. I'm not giving up my armor and weapon. Not yet.
I figure a fighter is a fighter whether or not he's armed. And
Right.
You can always make something deadly.
Yeah, like I said, you can just rip a leg off a table and beat someone to death with it easy. Hell, just beat someone to death with your fists if you need to. Pick up a stone. I'm just going to stop babbling.
So, Francis, you're thinking about queuing up to get into the city?
Sort of, but I mean, I guess without all the other people here that we're gonna go, I don't know. I'm gonna keep thinking about it. Give me a minute. We'll go deliver the child first, at least.
Yeah.
Sure, yes. Take the child back to his mother. That's a good idea. So, yeah, when you take the child back, did you guys take their money? You didn't even, did you, in the end?
Oh, yeah. It's
You
in the
did?
chest. Yeah, I left it in the chest, and it's on the cart right now.
No, the parents' money.
Oh, God, no.
Right.
Oh no, Marius refused it without us knowing about it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Gotta
they'll be
learn German.
so happy when they see their son again. Well, thank you so much. God be with you. Yeah, I think they already converted, didn't they?
Yeah, they converted.
They'll get their son. They'll ask you if you will baptize their son.
Yeah, of course I will.
Go ahead and roll d20 for me, Marius. You converted what, like 200 some people the other day, right?
Yep, I rolled a 12.
What's your charisma?
Wait, my charisma. Up. It's where is it? Is it with wisdom? No, with intelligence.
Oh, charisma. That's the first score on your sheet.
Ah, sorry, 9. A 9.
Okay, gotcha. A lot of people are talking, but nobody else is lining up for baptism. So
Yeah, how many did I baptize the last time? Almost 200 people, something.
yeah, it was a little over 200, I think.
Wow.
I remember it took you a good portion of the day.
Yep.
That it did.
Okay. Anything else then you guys want to do? I guess at this point in time, the gates have opened. People are coming out of the city. They're coming out of the city. You will see the merchants there again from Karlstadt, or not from Karlstadt, from Würzburg, with their imperial guards selling goods to the people, food and such. They eye you cautiously.
Maybe we can offload these extra weapons on them. They're just selling. They're not buying. And I don't speak German, so.
Yeah, they're selling, and they're not selling weapons.
Just wondering if they are interested.
Perhaps the refugees would be interested in buying weapons because of this problem presented by the lads.
Ooh. Speaking of
Yeah,
which,
I really don't feel like arming them any more than they already are. The lads. Lads.
It's as if they're proud to be boys.
Right? Jeez.
Such a silly thing.
Mm-hmm. Men are men. Well, at least they know their place in the world.
I do hope that we get a chance to run into them again soon.
I agree. It was a nice fight yesterday, but I could stand for a little more exercise myself.
so do you want to try to sell the weapons to those merchants from Würzburg?
We could try that. I don't know if the refugees are really going to be able to buy anything. They're probably more interested in food, and they'll probably just end up getting it taken from them anyways by the lads. Well, at least if we sell them to the merchants from Würzburg, they're going to leave the area and not arm those fuckers anymore.
So
No
what are
harm
you
in
selling?
trying.
What are you selling?
Well, we got 6 swords and 11 daggers, unless anybody else wanted to take some of that stuff.
Nope.
We have that leather armor that I put a sword through.
Somebody took one of the daggers, yeah?
Yep, I
I
marked
took
that
one
off.
dagger and a pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. I did
So
not.
6 swords
That is not on my list.
and 11 daggers. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, they'll give you 35 silver for the lot.
Awesome. We're up to 78 silver off of that, plus a shit ton of copper. How much copper to silver?
10.
Now that's 457 silver then, out of copper-wise. Nice.
Why don't we give it to the poor?
When the poor kill a
Because
group of
then we will,
bandits,
then
they
we will
can have it.
become the poor, and so by keeping it, we are giving it to the poor. We are preventing ourselves from becoming the poor, and that's just as important. Listen, your portion, you're free to do with as you wish, but once this is divided, my portion will be remaining with me.
Okay.
I agree. We're not going to get another ship by giving away all of our money either.
And the Swedes are coming.
There's that.
Yeah, but it would be interesting to make contact with the Swedes to tell them, hey, we made over 200 people of the refugees here to Protestants. That would help us.
Sure. I'll give you some rations. You can start marching north and talk to them.
No.
Give you a pat on the back. I'm kind of interested in seeing if we can't find this secret entrance that the lady of dubious character was telling us about yesterday.
Lady of dubious character? I was baptizing the people here.
No, we had
Yeah, you told me, but you never told me a dubious woman was that.
well, let's say she's the kind of lady who likes to entertain.
Let's just say she wasn't your type.
Oh, she's a whore.
You'll see her over by the bridge lining up to get into the city again.
Oh, there she is.
A beauty.
Too bad she looks like she's going to the city. I might offer to give her a tumble now that I got a little extra cash on me. Oh well. Her loss.
Man, I know we have a ticking clock, and I want to enter the city and find out what's going on, but I don't want to do it without everyone else here. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
don't want to
agree.
make that decision for them.
Right.
I don't know. How do you guys think we should swing that?
Well, we could try going to see if we can't find that other entrance and at least stake it out, see what it looks like, how we might get in there. Maybe this map is to that other entrance. Is
I
the map
think-
of that other place?
Yeah, but I think we need one day, the rest of the day, to get around the city walls.
Yeah. That would probably be something we'd want to do in the morning. We could relax and rest for the rest of the day, heal up a little more.
But I mean, like you said, the Swedish really are coming. Like they were like 10 days away 2 days ago.
That's true. That is true.
So like it's a real ticking clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will hand all my weapons and armor over to whoever is staying behind with the cart.
All right, I'll keep good care of it.
I'll see what I can find out inside, and I'll be back out tomorrow.
Godspeed to you, Francis.
And I will run over to get in line, hoping that I've made it in time to get into the city.
I will pray for you.
Think pretty thoughts, I shout as you run away.
Albin is going to go in with you.
All right, I'll keep an eye on all their weapons and armor.
Or, yeah, maybe not. Let me think. Does that want to go? No, he's got all this armor stuff. No, he says, though, he'd be interested in maybe sneaking in at night. Perhaps some of us should sneak in at night and rendezvous with the others.
Well, that's not my forte.
Oh, and I also want to take a decent amount of money with me just in case.
Sure.
In case I need to bribe anybody or whatever.
How much money?
Let's see. What's my portion of the silver? Let me look at that. What we've got.
78 silver and 4,570 copper. So 457 silver in copper and 78 silver in silver.
Okay, so can I take like 100 copper and 10 silver?
Sure.
I'm not planning on spending it. I just want to have it just in case there's something that I need to like get out of.
Okay. So that's
And I'll try to like pack that away as like secretly as I can within my shirt. And
Just in case we
Yeah.
never see you again, I'm going to mark it down on here in our treasure list.
good idea.
Don't let anybody try and like, as we're like doing the armor and stuff, like make a lot of commotion and hide the fact that he's reaching into the chest to pull that stuff out. And I kept the one key that locks that chest. I got rid of the rest of them because we don't need them.
okay. Let me see here. I think who was it that had? It was Diggory, wasn't it? That was thinking about going in with just the garage. Oh no, that was in Würzburg for the.
No, we were going to plant the garrote on somebody, and then someone else got their armor or got caught with weapons and armor. And so we know what happens. Nobody goes in if that happens. So I don't think we want to risk that.
Right, and they arrested and dragged that guy away.
Yep.
Okay, what about you, Marius? Do you want to go in with?
I'm still. I don't know. Yeah, I go with him. I leave the sword. I have the staff. Is the staff a weapon? It's just a walking stick stuff. Are other people on the bridge with the staff? They walking.
I think you said last time that staffs are iffy. Or the prostitute said that.
Basically, as you kind of walk up with the staffs, the guards tell you can't take those in.
Okay, I leave the stuff back then, and I give Jasper my cross, my silver cross, because those are witches. So please keep a good eye on it.
You can count on me. I'll hang it over my neck and tuck it down inside my chainmail. And cross. Are you not able to cast magic without this? Or are you not able to do miracles?
I'm able to. It's not magic. It's I have to touch and it's prayers, so I don't need the cross.
You don't need the cross. Okay. I wasn't. It was kind of like kibitz there, so I wasn't sure if you needed that. Like in some games, you have to have the holy symbol if you want to cast a spell.
No.
If not, awesome. Yep, I'll hang on to it for you. I just wrote a
Thank
little down. Francis's armor and weapons, and Marius's.
Those are witches, so I don't know if they see the cross as a weapon.
That could be. Good thinking.
Either way, no religion, I believe, in the city is allowed.
Right.
So, please refrain from any proselytizing or promises of baptism, Marius.
Yeah, I don't baptize the city.
Before you guys go.
All right, go ahead.
Let's be clear. We pretty much. Never mind. Go ahead. Never mind. Actually, no, I pull Francis to the side and say, we've kind of abandoned the idea of killing these witches, right?
Of course. There's no value in it anymore.
All right. Be careful of Marius and that he doesn't suddenly decide to go on a frothing.
No value in it anymore? It's worth 10,000 silver pieces.
Yeah, but they might be
Do you really think we're going to be getting that reward?
No.
After what Marius did, baptizing all those people? He did it in plain view of the merchants that returned to Würzburg.
That's true. That is true.
That money is as
Marius
good as gone.
might not get the reward, but we might.
I don't know if you've met men like that bishop before, but
You might just have to add an 8th head to the pile, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm not prepared to do that. I'd be up Schitt's Creek without him right now.
I'll be honest, he's more valuable to me than that. That money is. He's come in handy more times than once. So
10,000 silver, we might be able to get a boat.
Look what we pulled in just today. I think we'll be all right. I don't know if we could even get 10,000 out of this country right now.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't trade Marius for a boat?
There's other ways to get a boat.
Okay, I wouldn't either. I was just checking.
You bastard. Who was that who was talking?
I don't know. Valdison.
All right. Yeah, I can see him saying shit like that.
Yeah, that seems right.
All right. Well, Godspeed to you. I will watch your gear and make sure nobody gets their grubby little hands on it.
Yeah, so you and...
Or help anyone who tries.
You and Valdison and Diggory and Albin will protect the rest of the gear in the camp.
Excellent.
Kind of stake out your own little corner, basically.
Yep. Maybe get Valdison, Marius's followers to act as a curtain wall around us. You know, hopefully they got their own little area staked out now.
Sure, they'll be glad to have you with them.
Yep.
Because they are the minority.
Mm-hmm.
If it weren't for the fact that the Seven have outlawed religion inside Karlstadt, there might be a whole Catholic versus Protestant thing going on, like physically right out here in the refugee camp. But nobody wants to start that shit right now.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So, Francis and Marius, did you get rid of all your weapons?
Yes.
Armor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took my leather armor off. Just got regular clothes on. Pretty run of the mill, like not like middle class clothes, you know.
Okay. God, I wish I could. Wait, is there any way I can just lock this thing? What's this sticky thing? What does that do? Nope, it doesn't work. Well, screw that. Okay. Well, I'm going to take off the monster, but I just want to show it again, show you that it's up there beside the watcher on the gate. But I got to take it away because otherwise I change pages in my PDF. Yeah. Okay. So as you guys kind of step forward with there's probably about 40 people trying to get in, including the girl. What was her name? I don't remember her name, the whore. Frida. And the watcher again does her magic spell and finds no weapons amongst the group trying to get in today. And the gates are opened, and you're allowed to enter Karlstadt. So we'll take her off there. Don't need her anymore. You're coming in across the bridge into the city. So,
Marius, what were you thinking as she spoke those words?
I don't know. It's just a cold shiver down my spine.
I believe we may have just lied to rest the myth that she can read our thoughts. Because I can't imagine you would have gotten past if she knew what you had planned.
Yeah, that's true. Ian,
You're muted.
I know. I was flipping through pages. Okay, so you'll make your way across the bridge, and as you're coming into the town, you'll see that it is quite overcrowded. You'll see right away plenty of milizionari. Is that right? Milizionaires?
Milizen? Or
Milizion, A umlaut RE.
Can you write it down for me?
Yeah, I can't except for the umlaut. I don't have an umlaut key on this keyboard.
Milizionäre. Okay. It's militia. Militias. Yeah. Milizionäre.
Yeah, those guys. Remember I showed you a picture of them before, where all white. See plenty of them walking around.
Are they armed?
No, they're not.
Okay.
Not at all.
So they're protecting the city with a guard that's not armed.
Apparently so.
So what are their plans when the Swedes come, or when the bishop prince comes? It's strange.
You can ask somebody.
Yeah, I talked to Francis.
Oh, I don't think you can tell me.
I don't know. But I think we should find out. I think perhaps I know it's not the best place to start, but the only contact we have so far is that whore that we were talking to yesterday. I believe her name was Frida. She told us about a bar, the Enlightened Whorefucker.
Yeah, funny name, strange name.
We could find that and perhaps find out more about what's going on in the town. I know it may not be the kind of place that you enjoy being, but I assure you it's not my kind of establishment either.
Just let's go to the bar. I like pubs, and a nice cold beer would be good.
I certainly wouldn't say no to a drink.
Okay.
So,
are you going to ask somebody for directions?
You should ask one of the locals for a way to get to the I don't know the name in German. I heard it once, but they translated it as Horfucker.
Zum erleuchteten Hurenbock.
Sure. So you guys kind of walking forward, and if you see the number 4 on the map there, I know it's sideways and all, it's kind of weird, but that is the town square. And you'll see that there are tables and benches and fire pits set up all throughout the square. There's nothing going on at the moment here, but there's plenty of people mulling about. Looks like they probably do some massive amounts of cooking and doling out of food in this area, you would guess, just from looking at it.
So is there the pub or?
You don't see it here, no.
Okay, so I'll ask a local again.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us where is the pub of this town? The Enlightened Horfucker, you call it?
Oh, yes. And he gives directions to basically head south. If you look on the map there, number 10 is the Enlightened Horfucker.
Thank you very much.
What else did you walk by? Nope, nothing really much on the way down there. So, as you approach, kind of walking through the streets, like I said, it's extremely crowded. There's people all over the place. They're mostly all, local Germans. Occasionally you see like smaller groups of Jews here and there as well. But you don't see like any really open signs of faith or religion at all. You know what I mean? It's all, obviously been taken down or hidden at the very least. And then you will see the pub as you approach it. It's quite busy. You can hear lots of noise coming from inside. You hear, laughing, shouting. You hear moaning and screaming. There's vomit and excrement and passed out people all over the streets around it. And you can see the sign there. It used to say, what was this? Der Umnachtet Pilger?
Der Umnachtete Pilger, the benighted pilgrim.
That's what it used to be called, and that's now scratched out. And the new name is Zum Erleuchteten Hornbach. I know I butchered that probably, but close enough.
Let's enter. It's a usual city in the medieval times, right? Like shit is there on the streets. And,
okay. Like I said, before the current crisis, it was a town of about 1,500 people. It's swelled to over double that now.
Is there something strange with the people there? Are they like acting normal, or are they?
For the most part, people are acting normal. I mean, it's probably a bit strange that you see this den of sin that you're now approaching. This was a Catholic city 10, 12 days ago. Now, you're walking up on this basically inn that's been turned into a whorehouse. People passed out all around it, and the sound's coming from inside. You know what's going on in there.
Anger.
Once we go in, do we see Frida at all?
Well, once you go in, actually, no, you don't see her. But you see lots of people like all over the common room in various states of dress and undress. There are people having oral sex and vaginal sex and anal sex and every kind of sex all over on tables, on the bar, on the floors, everywhere you can see.
Francis is visibly shocked by this. He's his prudish demeanor is immediately assaulted by this sort of orgy of flesh that he is witness to.
Yeah.
And one guy will see you guys coming in, and he's currently getting blown by one woman here, and he kind of raises a flagon and says, "Come in and join the fun, lads. Armageddon is upon us. We may as well all die happy."
I don't enter. I turn around and I just go. I can't enter this place.
Yeah, Francis is going to follow, and he's going to like bend over as if to vomit outside the door for just a moment before he straightens himself. What was that?
This is like this is like purgatory.
You kind of hear the guy's voice too, shouting out, "Come back, guys! It's okay. You can have boys too if you prefer. Anything goes now."
I whisper to Francis, "Do you know the story of Sodom and Gomorrah?"
Of course. I read my Bible as a child.
So this place is exactly like Sodom and Gomorrah.
We have to see if the rest of the city has turned itself over to chaos like this.
So you guys are walking away from the Hornbach.
Yeah, I'm looking for any other like public area, like public eatery or tavern or pub or anything. I want to I'm half expecting that every public place is going to be just filled with writhing naked bodies now. But I need to confirm that.
Right. So you go kind of walking around Karlstadt to see what you see. Batteries. There you go. Let's see. What else is that will catch your eyes as you're walking around? So number 5 on the map is the old church. It's of course been decommissioned now, but it was once a magnificent Catholic church. You see lots of the Burger Friedensmilits kind of milling about there. And you get the feeling like it seems to be some kind of like a command center or barracks or something, given that there's constantly military coming in and going out. And, number 6, beside the church there is a cemetery. You can tell just from looking at it that it's been expanded probably several times in recent years. And now, currently looking at it, you see a lot of portions that have been dug up and are being used as mass graves. You can still see corpses stacked on each other inside there. Even some of the mausoleums, you can see a mausoleum with a door open. You can see corpses just stacked up inside of there. There's also some corpses dotting the churchyard as well. The whole area there smells of death. Not too many people standing around there except for the military and yourselves.
So the grave digger is not doing his job.
The what?
The grave digger is not doing his job.
Well, it looks like it's just overcrowded. There's more bodies than they have room.
Why is there so much death here? Marius, I hate to ask you, but can you ask these guards what's happened?
Yeah, I step up to one of those guards and I ask, "Why are there? Excuse me, we are from outside of town. We were just looking for something to eat and something, but we recognized all the dead bodies. Was there war or something here, or in the city, or fights?"
How far are you from?
Oh,
Don't you know the Swedes are coming?
Yeah, but here inside the city, because we were told that there's no weapons allowed, and there are so many dead bodies here. So
no weapons are allowed. You're not carrying weapons, are you?
No, we were checked
suspiciously. What's under the robe you're wearing? You're wearing a robe, right?
Yeah, I show him
Says, "Well, don't you see? The city's overcrowded. Refugees trying to get in all day, every day. It's a plague.
The
refugees always happens when you overcrowd a city like this."
Okay. Thank you. By the way, do you know a good place to eat?
Well, if you don't have food yourselves, you can mill about the town square. The provider does her feeding every day at around 3 o'clock.
A provider. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it's still more than 2 hours away. Her
Bring her.
and that creature of hers, they create food there every day and try to feed the hungry as best they can.
Other creatures are doing it. Ah, okay. But there's no pub where we can eat or something.
Well, that depends on what you're hungry for. You could go to the Horenbach if
Oh
it's flesh you
no,
want.
no, that's not. We really want to eat some good stuff. We want to eat some bread, flesh, maybe a beer.
Well, there's the old inn tavern, but it's been turned into a hospital now. No, food and drink is it's at a premium. If you don't have your own, like I said, your best bet is to go down to the town square, 3 o'clock for the daily feeding.
Okay, thank you very much. I translated, and I really want to see this creature feeding, this demon feeding the people.
Yes, I think
Yeah, it's
that
not for a couple of hours yet, though.
Yeah,
that might be for the best. We should try to find out where these other witches may be found. If one will be in the square feeding people, and one will be on the walls letting people in and out. We should find out where the others may be.
yeah. When they feed the people, we can follow her, maybe.
So you'll notice as you're kind of walking around that all the wells in the town seem to have been filled, like sealed off with rocks, except for one. You see number 8 on the map there. That well does not look to be filled with rocks, and there are militaires standing guard around it as well. Every once in a while, somebody will come towards it and they'll, push them away, make sure they don't get too close. If you approach them, do you approach them or?
Just watching. Don't know.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'll well, no, it's hard because I just don't speak the language. No, yeah, I'll just wait and watch, see what happens.
One guy goes up and they look him over and they nod and they pull up the bucket and they he has a bucket with him and they pour water into his bucket and then he walks away with it.
Okay. So
You see some sickly looking woman approach, coughing and covering her face. She's got some kind of sores or something on her face, and they quickly push her away, kicking her in the behind as they force her away.
So, friends, it seems like this is the only clean water for the city, huh?
Would appear so. I wonder if they've done anything to the water, if that's why the people are going along with this madness.
Oh, that's crazy. This big city and only this, and it's nearby the dead. And we walk around still, huh?
Yep. Okay. Number 9 in that corner, the northwest corner of town. It's kind of interesting. When you get over there, you will see a whole bunch of people trading goods here. For the most part, you would notice as you're walking around, the regular commerce has stopped in Karlstadt. But over here, you see trade happening. You don't see any coin exchanging hands. It's people trading goods, trading one thing for another. Mostly household objects, various miscellaneous bits of equipment. No animals, no weapons. But yeah, and people eye you suspiciously as you walk up, but then they continue on. And you quickly get the vibe that This is kind of a bit of a black market.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Roll d6 for me, Jens.
I rolled a 6.
Okay. Yep. No big deal. Continuing to walk around, just looking to see. I mean, there's lots of houses and stuff. Let's see. Where are you? You're over there. Number 15. See that little alleyway down there? Kind of not too far from where the Hornbach was. As you kind of get down there and you're walking along, you'll see that all the buildings on this street, you see a lot of people kind of sitting around outside of the buildings. And you'll see a few people kind of walking around with like masks tied over their faces, like just basically like handkerchief type masks, whatever, tied over their faces, trying to care for what look like a bunch of sick children and such here, mostly women and children.
Let's stay away from them. Let's keep our distance.
Yeah.
Don't want to get too close.
Number 16 is a little musician square. Number 16, there's basically just people with musical instruments and stuff attempting to play music and singing and dancing. It's basically like a kind of like a little continual street festival going on here. That there's no food or anything, but it's like obviously people are looking for a way to pass time and stay sane.
Perhaps
17.
Know something about the rulers of this city. Perhaps we should ask them. These revelers.
Sure. Let me see here. So that's back here.
Strange. There's no castle, no big house or something where they could live. I don't know.
Yeah, you want to talk to the revelers and see what shakes loose?
Yes.
Oh, so you've come from outside the town, I see. Is your first day in Karlstadt?
Yes, it is.
Oh, you're lucky to survive. From what I hear, there's some kind of lion or something out there. A friend of mine told me he saw it in the swamp. He was lucky enough to get away.
What was in the swamp?
Some kind of a lion or something.
A
Apparently,
lion?
it stole a lot of people even before all this started. But in fact, my mom said that was going on when she was a kid. I've never seen it myself, though.
Where is the swamp?
Oh, there's swampy areas. Let me see. I look at my map. Actually, I think it's shown on your map too, isn't it? Yeah, you can see the swamp.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. South, west and southwest of here.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, is it not on the map? I thought it was.
Well, we haven't seen lions, no, but we saw some strange creature on the entrance to the city. I never saw something like this before.
Mm-hmm. My friend also told me west of Rothenfels, some kind of ancient tower from Roman times or something. But I don't think they built anything like that even in their own lands. Anyway, he said nobody really goes near it. It's too creepy. Have you seen it?
No.
Have you seen the lion?
No.
So you can't tell me if either of these things are true then. Well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. The 7, they're going to save us from the heretics.
Which heretics?
The heretics, the Swedes.
Ah, of course.
They're coming to avenge the sacking of Magdeburg. But the 7, they've taken over with those creatures they command. They're gonna save us all.
Those 7, are they like the rulers of the city now? The official rulers?
Yes.
Okay, where are they? So they are like a baron or a count. So can do they give audiences to people who are new and want to speak with them?
They don't really. You never see them all together very often. Pretty much anybody wants anything done, they got to talk to either the provider at the town square when she does her daily feedings, or they talk to the Joy up at the Herrenbach. She's the one to really talk to. She knows everything. Nobody knows more about what's going on around here than she does.
Oh, one of this. So one of them is leading a pub.
She runs the place. Yes,
Uh-huh. Interesting.
the Joy. Have you not seen her?
No.
Oh well, I've spent a day or two at the Herrenbach myself, but got a nasty rash last time I was there. I haven't been back for a couple of days.
Of course.
Still, I mean, looking for a way to kill the time. I mean, can't find a much better way than fucking, right?
Yeah, of course. I translated.
Yeah, Francis gives a pretty bad fake laugh, like yes.
Anyway, yeah. If anybody knows anything in this town, it's her. But some people will talk to the provider as well. She might not know as much, but they're the only two that really do much governing around here anymore.
So we must return to that den of filth.
Yes. So let's walk back to the ruin book.
I suppose so. That place is disgusting.
Okay, going back to the Hornbuck.
Yeah.
So Jasper, while they're wandering around Karlstadt now for the last hour and a half or so, what are you doing out in the refugee camp? You still there, Merrick?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool.
Sorry, you asked me a question?
Yeah, just wondering what you'd be doing in the refugee camp for a couple of hours while they're kind of milling about.
Basically, just watching the gear, making sure no people are causing trouble around me, chatting with Valdison and Diggory.
Okay.
Just hanging out, relaxing,
Okay.
just eyeballing everything, watching what goes on around, get a feel for the place.
Roll a d20 for me.
All right, I rolled an 18.
18. So yeah, one of the locals, one of the converts, will get to talking to you.
They speak English?
No. So he's talking to you, and you have no idea what he's saying. And Diggory will say, well, he says it's a shame the old smuggler's tunnel was closed up somewhere north on the north side of the city. We already heard about that, but didn't hear that it had been closed up. Did you?
No.
Yeah, Diggory's there. Diggory's the one who's translating for him right now. Awesome.
All right. Huh. Does he happen to remember where it was at?
He says to him, no, he doesn't. He never knew exactly where it was. Just said it was on the north side of the city somewhere.
All right.
Led out to one of the farmhouses or something on the north side of Karlstadt.
Interesting. North of Karlstadt in a farmhouse. Well, that gives us a little more info.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind. And continue.
And then another one, Diggory will get talking and say, yeah. He says, well, I was talking to one of them said the one they call the mother, she's one of the 7, said he doesn't like her. She doesn't even live in the city anymore.
Really?
Yeah, since she moved out to their fort out on the hill, Goblin Hill.
Oh, that re-education thing they've been talking about.
Yeah, apparently that's their militia's headquarters.
Oh,
The Burger Friedensmilits, they call them.
interesting. So they're all peace-loving and stuff, but they still need a militia. Figures.
Strange to have a militia without any weapons.
I would say. I bet you that they have weapons there. Bet you that's where they take all the weapons. They probably got a pretty good army right now, I bet.
Apparently.
We might need to check that place out, too.
I can't imagine it'd be too easy to get into.
Well, we can always look from a distance. It is north of here also. Maybe we'll swing past when we're looking for the tunnel.
True enough. Okay. Back into town. So, yeah. Let's see. So 17, like I said on the map, was the old Inner Tavern that's been converted into a hospital for basically crippled, blind, and people with broken limbs and serious injuries. They're pretty much left there. And abandoned there, from what you gather. Nobody really cares for them. If they leave, they're eventually brought back by the Militiaires. But the Militiaires do bring a little food to them a couple times a day, just little bits that they can share and crumb out amongst each other. Otherwise, they're pretty much left alone. And number 19. As you're going to walk by there is an old guest house, which has also been turned into a hospital. However, this one, you hear all kinds of noise and racket coming from. As you quickly find out that this is a hospital for the disabled, meaning mentally unstable. People who have either just buckled under the stress of what's happened in the area recently, and other people who basically have gone aggressive, violent, or hysterical, screaming about bugs and insects and threatening to hurt themselves and other people. They are usually more restrained, kept in makeshift straitjackets, gagged, and such. The jackets tend to keep their hands bound, but a lot of them get their gags loose, and you can still hear ramblings and screamings coming from inside there. It's a very distressing area, number 19. There are some Militiaire around there who kind of look after them, make sure none of them escape, and make sure their waste gets cleaned and that they do get fed a bit. But otherwise, yeah, for the most part, it's just like a madhouse, basically. They're all left inside there. Not a very good neighborhood. And that's it. All the rest of the stuff on the map is just houses of various stuff. So you guys are going to go back to the Hornbach, right?
Yep.
You want to try to get an audience with the Joy,
Yes.
as she is called.
Yeah.
Such an appropriate name for a woman who runs the house of sin, a den of iniquity. The Joy. Okay. So when you go back, you don't see that guy anymore inside. Nobody calls out to you. Nobody recognizes you when you return. And you can ask around, and eventually somebody will point you in the direction of a large room at the back of the inn. And when you kind of go back there, you can see this used to be the kitchen, not really used as a kitchen much anymore. You don't really see many implements. It's basically a big fuck room like the rest of the place. Let me see, where is the Joy? She will come and greet you. And she say, new guests. New to town from the look of you. You, of course, don't understand what she's saying, Francis.
I translated.
I
I'm sorry.
am Ludmilla Ruder, also known as the Joy. Welcome to Zumerlüchten Orenbach.
Oh, thank you. Is it
Yes, thank
possible? This is a extraordinary place here you own. Never saw this in any city in my travelings.
Well, you see, I attempted to establish it as a haven for people who've been mistreated by the church. My brother, you understand, he was arrested years ago for sodomy, and my sister was flogged for adultery. I brought all the sexual outcasts here together to be safe, and well, you can see what it's turned into.
Yeah, beautiful. I
I
translated.
can barely keep up with everyone around here anymore.
So many people. Yeah.
So now I spend my days and nights here, trying to forget about the horrors of the world outside. We get so many visitors here. They remain for a very long time. Their tongues become very loose.
So so this is it's strange for me. You have to understand because I was never in the city. So this is allowed here. So this place is completely legal.
Well, we only have two laws here.
And what are them?
There will be no war, and there will be no religion.
I translate everything to English.
Well, I mean, I guess that's not the entirety of it. Specifically, there's no weapons allowed. Anything that's not designed for peaceful purposes is forbidden. Um, Worship is meant to be kept private. People may still worship, but they may not do so publicly or loudly. Well, that is, of course, except for the Watcher. Displays of faith in public are otherwise forbidden. Asking what faith anyone belongs to is forbidden. Men of all faiths shall be treated equally under our law and by all other men within Karlstadt. All houses of worship are closed. No condition of birth also will have any bearing on any legal status for man, woman, locals, foreigners, rich, poor. All will be treated equally under our law. And the law, of course, does not apply to the seven, who may do as we please, which is why the Watcher is allowed to keep her faith, and the Defiler is allowed to keep her weapons.
The Watcher is by the way, the Watcher. So she is a Christian, or what is she?
She says, well, you want to know specifics? That kind of information doesn't come for free.
No, I'm sorry. It's just it was just I'm curious because she said that she's still faithful. But yeah, but just one question, just one last. I have to ask this because this creature with the eye, I never saw something like this before. I was afraid first, to be honest, because you have to understand, you never saw something like this. What is this?
You want to know about the creatures?
Yeah, what I just want to know
There are
what it
seven
is.
of them, you know.
Really?
I tell you what, it's too quiet around here anyway. You go into the town square, steal a hood off of one of the Milizionaire's heads, and bring it back here to me, and I'll tell you all about the creatures.
Steal a
But
hood.
you have to do it while naked. Come on, take them off.
Uh, I
Your clothes. Remove
wait,
them.
wait. I translated first to Francis and telling him what she wants.
He looks at him like he's not at all understanding the translation. Like, are you sure that's what she said?
Yes, yes, this is what she said.
Well, tell her. Of course, we're not mad. We're not suicidal. Of course not. We what?
Yeah, I tell her. Uh, uh, the problem is this a crime? Like when I steal something, I could go. They can kill us.
Kill you with what? They don't even have any weapons. You're no fun. You're boring me. Go away.
Okay. We leave the place.
Wait. We should tell her. Tell her about the Archbishop.
What
We may
should I
not be the only ones. Perhaps she'll offer us some sort of special permission to stay in the city. I don't know. I'm afraid of Gustav coming.
Yeah,
And I don't think.
what should I tell her about that we kill her or what?
No. We tell her that we have news of an assassination
Ah,
plot. We don't say that we are the assassins. We just say that we know the Archbishop has plans to kill her. Was it Bishop? Prince Bishop? Prince Bishop. The Prince Bishop has plans to have them killed, and they should take every precaution.
okay. I say wait. My friend here, he wanted to tell you something. I translate it for you if it's okay.
What did he say?
I tell her what I tell her. Yeah, go.
Oh yeah, so say, I know you're worried about Gustav coming. I know you must have some plan in order for the people here, but I must warn you that you have a threat from the south as well. The Prince Bishop of Würzburg is sending assassins against you. He tried to recruit us to his cause, but of course we turned him down and came here. We couldn't be part of such a thing. But you should prepare yourselves. There may be attempts on your life.
Well, that is very good information. I appreciate you telling me. And I'm glad you didn't take the job. Well, I'll give you this one for free. Since you mentioned Gustavus. See, the Swedes, they're not out for any revenge, like everyone says. Adolphus is building an empire, and he wants these lands as intact as possible. But unfortunately, he hates sorcery. So because we're kind of a big deal now, that's why Karlstadt's in trouble.
And how do you plan to protect the city against Gustav?
Well, I can tell you something, but you'll have to do something for me.
What?
You want to know about the city here and our governance of it and our protection for it? I want a lock of the defender's hair. Hell, shave it all off if you can.
Huh. Francis?
Yeah. He just stares dumbfounded at her. Right. Oh Jesus, I got nothing. Yeah, he's just in
like
shocked
me.
silence.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to stand there with your mouth agape like that, I'm sure I can get someone to put something into it. Oh, Franz, come here, come here. This one has a loose jaw. And a guy starts walking over. He's naked and covered in a lot of various bodily fluids, many of which probably aren't his own. and he's walking forward towards you and starting to get erect as he does so.
How good looking of a person is this?
He is high average.
Yeah, but Francis isn't biting. He's shocked and kind of a little bit in despair at this because he now is like, oh god, there's no way that these people are protecting us from Gustav. We really are all fucked. But he's still just going to kind of turn and start walking out.
And she calls out, of course in German, so only you understand what she's saying. But she calls out, don't forget, a lock of hair from the defender, and I'll tell you about our plans for Karlstadt.
Okay, I on the way out, I translated to him, and yeah, let's just leave this town, please.
Well, this that we put between ourselves and this place, the better. I want to be gone in the as soon as that gate opens and start moving away from Gustav's army, but not to Würzburg.
So when is the next gate opening? When is the next gate opening?
At noon tomorrow. Or sorry,
Nope.
11:30. 11:30 tomorrow.
When they get out? No, is there like two, like when the people get out?
People are allowed to leave at 11:30, and at noon, people are allowed to come in.
Okay.
That's when the gates.
Perhaps those people we saw at the black market might know something about the secret entrances to the city. Perhaps
Yeah,
there's a way
but
we
do
can
you
get
have
ourselves
something?
out.
Do you have something else except money to offer them something for that?
I have a pipe, some tobacco, a mirror.
I just have a
Not
bottle of
much.
wine. So
Well, wine may be valuable. I'm not sure. I brought a bit of food with
And
me.
you see a bunch of people like kind of moving out of the way, as if there's something on the ground that they're trying to get away from. And as they're doing so, you hear a sound. I'd like you all to roll a languages check for me, please. See if you notice what the sound is. It's a voice, obviously, but to see if you recognize the language.
I rolled a 5.
I got a
Take it.
3, and
that's not enough.
I only have a +1 intelligence, so not good enough.
Okay, so none of you understand the language it's speaking. Although you might recognize it sounds like Spanish. You don't know what it's saying.
Is this creature speaking Spanish?
It's about the size of a pit bull. And you see it's got two mouths, one lower and one upper. The upper mouth is constantly moving and speaking in Spanish, yes. It just hops along on its two legs. Everybody's clearing way for it to pass by.
Francis jumps back and tries to give as wide a berth as possible to this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. And I'm in my mind and just praying and praying.
We'll pass right by you.
Yeah, Francis is like hugging a wall, like back to the wall, like.
And before long, it's out of sight, lost in the throw.
What was
This-
that?
This place is turning into hell. Those are demons, and
The gates are open.
yeah,
This place is going to be the end.
maybe the Swedes or Würzburg should destroy this place completely. It doesn't matter who is doing this. I just want to be far away when it happens.
These people have all lost their minds living in a city like this. With those things just walking the streets.
Going to the black market again?
I want to know if they know of any ways in or out of the city other than
Yeah.
the gate. The sooner we can leave, the better.
Okay. You go into the black market. Cool. Yep. Trade still going on. Trade, like I said, it's household type items stuff pretty much, but it's the only real functioning market in town.
I'm not really good at this stuff. Can you do this? I translate.
Yes, excuse me. We'll try to grab someone that like tap someone that looks. I'm looking for someone who kind of looks a little shifty, who looks like someone who
Yeah.
maybe shouldn't be trusted.
Okay.
We were wondering if you would be able to provide us with a little information.
Well, what kind of information?
Well, we've heard things. Do you know how to get in and out of this city?
Roll a d20 for me.
20.
20. Yes, of course. Every morning,
Please.
or every morning at 11:30, the gate opens, and anyone who wishes to leave is allowed to leave.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Any other ways that you're aware of?
No other ways. All the other gates are, well, they lead to nowhere now. The creatures, they changed all the earthenworks around the town. So unless you care to swim through that muck, and you'd have to scale the wall anyway, and then you'd probably get arrested by the Bergenfriedensmulets and carried away to their re-education center.
Of course. So, I suppose we're here until tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, till 11:30. Yes.
Do you know of any place that has beds for rent or sale?
Beds? No. If you haven't found a bed in here, 10 days ago, you'll be sleeping on the streets, my friend.
Lovely. Another night of sleeping rough. Well, thank you. Tell me, is barter the only form of exchange currently accepted in the city, or is silver still changing hands in copper?
There's not supposed to be any exchange really going on right now. This is all that you see, but I'm sure people would accept silver. We just don't have very much of it these days. Well, what are you selling? Or what are you looking for?
Oh, nothing in particular. I was just curious what the exchange was, but I thank you for your time, and I'll very try to very stealthily kind of like pull a copper out of my hand, palm it, and shake his hand.
Well, thank you, sir. Oh, and then here, people start to scatter quickly as one second here. There's a loud kind of buzzing sound in the air as everybody like kind of basically gets the fuck out of Dodge. Like it's like the cops are coming or something all of a sudden, right?
Oh,
And
I'm gonna follow them. I'm smart enough to know that when the locals scatter, you scatter.
okay. Are you gonna hang out to see the source of the sound? Like, are you gonna hide and try to spy an eye on the source, or no?
I'm not very stealthy, so that's not my goal. I want to keep an eye on Marius and whoever else was with us that I forgot. But
Just Marius.
Albin. Oh, I thought
No,
somebody
just
else.
Marius. Albin stayed
Okay.
out.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So so I'll keep an eye on Marius and try to keep him with me. But I'll just
What about you, Marius? You try to get a look to see what was making that noise?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a d6 roll.
I rolled a 6.
Okay. You're not stealthy at all. But it doesn't seem to care. It just moves right through the black market area, making a lot of really obvious noise. You get the feeling like it's being deliberately noisy. And you see this thing moving through.
What
It's
the hell?
about man-sized. It's got a big stinger on a long barb-like tail-like thing that sticks out of its head. Got a couple of big fly-like eyes, and it's got that weird vertical mouth in between the two eyes. His pods open up on the side of its head, and these wings flap out of it. That obviously the source of the buzzing sound. It's got weird little 3-taloned hands. It looks like it's it looks like it's like wrapped with. It's almost like mummy wraps or something on it, but it's probably rather disturbing as you see this thing pass through.
I'm so glad that I didn't stop to look.
And then it's gone.
There was another demon. It was terrible. Man-sized.
And a few minutes after it passes by, the people start to kind of sneak back into the square and start trading again.
Okay.
Seemingly not too fussed.
So what's the clock yet now?
It's probably, let's see, it's closing on 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, maybe say it's 1:30.
So should we go to the feeding?
Go to the town square.
See another demon?
See what horrors they're unleashing on these people. I suppose we should know.
So you making your way back to the town square, and there's a whole mass of people gathered around here. It's quite crowded already by the time you get there. Where is the provider? Here she is. So you can see I put a little image there of the provider herself. She's quite a robust looking woman. And with her is this 10-foot tall thorny tentacle monster, which I will show you now. Let's see, if it's 10 foot tall, then she should be about like that.
Ooh.
That's more right. Maybe a little bit, yeah. Okay. And she is casting a spell. She casts a spell once, and the creature also casts a spell. And it casts the spell 10 times. Well, 11 times now, actually. Yes. And with each casting a spell, it creates food. And essentially, between her and the creature, they cast about 360 days worth of food for a single person. A year's worth of food for a single person, but it quickly gets doled out to the people in the crowd. Of course, it's kind of dealt out in less than daily portions as well because it needs to go around. But you can get some of it if you want.
No, I don't want to eat. I tell friends like I would never eat something from this creature. You never know what's happening to you when you eat food that comes straight up from hell.
Yes, I've quite lost my appetite.
Oh, shame. Well, the people don't seem to mind. They're starving anyway. And you'll notice too that all the people that are here getting food, they look quite emaciated, quite malnourished. And the provider herself, although she is still quite a healthy-sized woman, or an unhealthy-sized woman, as the case may be, she looks pretty sickly herself. She doesn't look very well.
I don't know if we should talk to her.
I'm not sure what the point would be now.
The creature never leaves her side.
I don't want to go near that thing.
We should just find a place where we could wait till the gates are open again and just leave the city.
I agree.
Okay. You can look for a safe corner somewhere to fucking hole up for the day, rest of the
Yeah.
day and night. Okay.
I have seen enough.
No
Enough
problem.
everything for one day.
That is, we're gonna say that's like 3:30 in the afternoon on the 10th of October. And I think we'll wrap it up right there. Next week we should have Felipe and John back. Of course, you're not gonna be here next week, are you? So,
I will
oh,
be.
you are here next week, right, Jens?
Next week
Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay, so next week we should have a 5 again, as far as I know.
Cool.
And we can see if there's anything else the other group want to do, if they decide they want to sneak into Karlstadt that night, or if they just want to wait till the next day when you guys finally get out.
Awesome.
Excellent. Thanks for playing, lads. I'm going to just stop the broadcast now.
Sweet. Thank you, everyone.